position in American sports feels the pressure or the weight on their shoulders like a quarterback. Hopes and dreams of an entire fan base of teams ride on whether their signal caller can lead them to glory. And boy, what a matchup of two elite dudes we have in this one. Welcome to the Rose Bowl, home to the UCLA Bruins. As we'll see a playoff team from last year, the Nebraska Cornhuskers, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the UCLA Bruins. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we're ready to tee it up. And the Bruins will get us started with the opening kickoff. He wisely lets that one bounce through the back of the end zone, and they'll take over at the 25. This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Here's the handoff. Out to the 36-yard line after gaining 10 on that one.
That's a great-looking run there. Nebraska has had such a great lineage at running back. When you think back to the great Roger Craig or Amon Green, Lawrence Phillips, Rex Burkhead, they always seem to be pumping somebody up into the NFL. This guy has a chance to play on Sunday because of his skills.
Now from the 36-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Right back to the well. This freshman makes the stop after a short gain.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little.
This crowd trying to make life miserable for this offense. Looking to fire. And as he throws, incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of put him out of rhythm.
Well, if this offense is going to win this game, and down the road, if they're going to reach the college football playoff and hope to win a national championship, they have got to keep this quarterback clean. Couldn't do it on that last play.
This defense feeling a bolt of energy from the crowd, trying to force a 3 and out. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside. He stopped short of the 40, right at the 39, and it's 4th down. They told us they were going to be aggressive no matter where they were on the field. Didn't take long to prove it. Going for it on 4th down in their first drive. Off the RPO, throw right, looking for the chain. Across the 50 and knocked out of bounds at the 48. An explosive play gets this offense working. And the Huskers have this offense rolling. Looking downfield on 1st down. Catch in the middle, it's Bussey. How about that elusiveness? He's got space. Touchdown, Nebraska! A great catch and run for 6.
And that's why this running back is so dangerous. It's not just handing him off the football, but he's a weapon in the passing game. You see his ability to catch it, turn upfield, make people miss, and find the end zone.
They get set for the point after as we have the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. So that was a 6-play, 75-yard drive. And they finished the drive with a touchdown toss from the 49. They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. give to the back. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. The Bruins in the hurry-up.
And this offense gets nothing done on that play, but look at them. They're continuing to run this tempo. They want to try to do something to get a spark going to create a big play.
Gets it to the 46-yard line. First down for this offense. Passing game kept this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Scanning the field. It's Crosby. Finds his man. It's Kendricks. There he goes. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
You got to love the rhythm this quarterback is in here on this drive, guys. 2 completions. He's seeing the safety rotation. That time, saw the one-on-one matchup he wanted, took his shot. He is in a groove.
Now from inside the red zone. Quickly complete. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll make some adjustments. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. To the ground with the back. Trying to move the pile into the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 2. And the Bruins have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown, UCLA!
It's just so nice to have a signal runner who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And they did tack on the extra point. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And as the ball makes its way into the end zone, it'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. Now on the counter. And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2. When you reach this point in the season, these types of games, top 25 matchups, really determine whether you're going to be a contender.
Yeah, and really show what you're going to be the rest of the season. How are you going to finish strong throughout the season? You know, the first part of the season, now getting to the middle of the season, Palmer, getting a chance to show what you're about so you can finish strong.
It's a resume builder, no doubt about it. And really, there's been...
He's going to let one fly down the middle. And it's incomplete, going for the massive, explosive play instead. They're looking at a 3rd down.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when you're trying to throw to your primary target like he was on that last one.
Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. And the big gain, and they've got it on the 46.
As a head coach, you love it when your quarterback is locked in early. Opening drive, throws a touchdown pass. Really nice throw on that last play. Here in the 2nd drive, he's firing on all cylinders. You can tell this guy did his homework coming into this game, and right now it's paying off.
They'll go back to the ground. Finds a little space. Breaks into the open. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Cornhuskers!
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Quarterback adjusting the pattern. Back to pass, it's Crosby. looking to take a shot. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. He managed a few yards on that return, but the bigger play was the fact that they forced the turnover.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his second of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. The early scripts have worked trying to add to this 14-7 lead.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. If the intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. Back to pass. Fires to the big fella. He snagged him, but he stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the 3rd down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The Cornhuskers come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. He'll throw on 3rd down. Finds the big tight end. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
And it's on 3rd downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
Wants to throw on 1st down. He's got an open man. Inside the 20-yard line. Pushed out at the 18, and they're in business.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. The Huskers are moving quickly down the field. Defense playing a bail technique. From the gun, they'll try the middle. Noses his way forward, maybe gets one. They'll mark it at the 18. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Pulls it and fires to the left. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. While we're only through 1, these quarterbacks have been lighting up their stat line. They've swapped into the field, and we're ready to go in the 2nd. So they go back to work after the break, and it is 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the grab. Goes out of bounds on the play, and he's got him set up 1st and goal.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long, they decided on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target him.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
And you try to catch him off balance, maybe on 1st down and goal right here, a situation where maybe you sneak in a pass, defense was ready, got the sack. Now you got to be a little bit more creative now that you got the negative play. The offense, I know you've worked this all week. You got to get ready to execute in the red zone.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to power to the goal line. Pulled down at the 11-yard line as they inch closer and closer to pay dirt.
Well, you know if you're this offense, you're dialing up this running back, man. He has been a scoring machine all season long. He just finds his way into the end zone, and this is a golden opportunity to put 6 up on the board with that guy in your backfield.
It's 3rd and goal and 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And they'll finally make the tackle at the 3-yard line. 4th and goal from the 3, and the offense will stay out there and try to finish the deal. Wants to go up top. Bring in the heat. The throw. The incomplete pass makes this series end in frustration as they turn it over on downs.
They decide to go for it. They decide to be aggressive, try to throw the football down the field. Receiver, quarterback not on the same page. No dice, turnover on downs.
Offense changing the play. To the air, it's Crosby. Trying to get behind the defense. He's got it down the line. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
What a throw on first down, the first play of the drive. And I think sometimes quarterbacks are given an alert on a specific play. And what that means is maybe the ball was supposed to go to somebody else. But in pre-snap, if the quarterback sees a matchup he likes, he's given the green light to take the shot. And I think that's exactly what happened on that play.
Got a man. It's Kendricks.
This slot receiver gives defensive coordinators nightmares. You have got to double him virtually on every pass play. He better have safety help over top. Otherwise, this guy's a threat to score every time they throw the ball.
To the air on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Kendricks. At the 40, there he goes. Out of bounds, wide at the 20-yard line. Edge of the red zone, and they have their eyes on the score. The defense calls the timeout. They're 2nd of the day as they try to get their act together. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. Getting work done on the ground. He's pulled down at the 14-yard line. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Got some room headed to the goal line. He almost punched it in for 6. They'll get him down at the 1-yard line. And the Bruins moving quickly to the line. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Bruins. Can these guys just score from anywhere out there? After that drive, it sure looks that way.
And that's what separates really good offenses from great offenses. When you're backed up in a bad position and you can still fight your way out and go get you a touchdown, that's a great drive by the offense.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point is good. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Dynamite matchup in the Big Ten, fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Virginia is ahead right now in Charlottesville, but that's not exactly Sean Moore out there dominating this one. We are a long way from being over. They're up by 4 over Maryland. Your boy KC has you covered here in studio, guys, in case anything changes in this Big Ten battle.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. Toss sweep right. Out across the 20 to the 21-yard line, a 3-yard gain. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell.
Oh, he's got some space. Past the 20. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Husker.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. No reason to be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. You want to change this route. Back to throw, it's Crosby. He rifles one deep to the left. And that'll be incomplete. They tried to hit him with a big one on first down. They'll spread the defense out, going 5 wide on 2nd and 10. After the incompletion, they go back up top. He'll take another shot here. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Snagged out of the air. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. And the offense will stay on the field. Do you think they're just going to try to make the defense jump? He moves the chains and they'll mark the ball at the 33. Here's a first down, but there is no time to lose as this offense gets to the line quickly. Looking to throw on first down. That's caught. It's ball. Oh, the ball's out after that big play. And just like they drew it up, right? Put it on the ground, get it, get the first down. The Bruins headed quickly to the line. Wants to go up top on first down. Moving away from pressure. Oh, he's going to be brought down. A huge loss on the play.
Finally, a defense looks like they're able to break serve here. These offenses have been up and down the field now, these last 2 drives apiece, scoring points. But the sack right there finally puts an end to that.
He hurls one deep down the left side. He's got it. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA.
Man, that's a play this kid has been running ever since he was 7 years old at the park with his best friend, throwing them go routes right down the field. I'm running by a guy, I'm looking back, locating the football, making the catch, and he does it in a big moment here in this game.
Setting up for the extra point and the top. And he puts through the extra point. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Stewart. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Good news, I guess. A lot of room to work with as they start this drive from their own 15. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, this defense knew they had a tall task playing against this Heisman caliber quarterback, and the best way to affect him is with pressure. They were able to hit him on that play, and that forced the incompletion.
Here comes the heat, and the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line.
And the defense makes a play. Finally, this is a lot of offense early in this football game, a lot of scoring. Need more of this from the defense. Getting to the quarterback, making him feel uncomfortable, and then when you get him down, you get him behind the sticks. Good things happen for your defense.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Picked off. What a play to set him up. And
defense thought in this game they were going to have an opportunity to pick some passes off. What a great job. Down deep in the opponent's territory, he jumps the route, he intercepts it, returns it now inside the 5-yard line, setting his offense up in beautiful field position.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Just going to keep it after the snap. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Bruin!
Really nice physical running that time. Nice push up front by the offensive line, getting it in for the touchdown. They now take a 1-possession lead. There was just a little bit of time left in the first half.
And the point after is good. So here comes the kickoff after the touchdown, and the last thing you need right before the half is to give up a big return. Fielded in the end zone. It's Stewart. They drag him down at the 22. He gambled for the big return out of the end zone and came up a little short. Just enough time for one final play in this half. The toss sweep to the right. Still on his feet at the 35. Turning it on. Big gainer there that'll look good in the stat column, but not quite enough to put any points on the board before time expires here in the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. They want to get the ball back right now, lining up for an onside kick to start the second half. That's why they called in the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick.
They're trying to pounce on their opponent with the lead in the second half, trying to steal a possession, but give the return team credit. They may not have been set up perfectly for that onside kick, but they're Johnny on the spot, and now their offense is licking their chops, hoping to go down and score.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job at contained by this defense. And in order to do that, the end man on the line of scrimmage defensively has got to be able to set the point and force the football back into traffic. And that's exactly what happened.
They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Trying to get the edge on the right. And he has a solid gain before the defense bottles him up.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down. And they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Looking to throw, it's Crosby. Soft spot in the middle. And he's marked down right there, but a good pickup, and it'll be a first down. And the Bruins are in the hurry-up. To the air on first down. Snagged in the middle. It's Harris. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, UCLA! Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Big one in the Big 12, and take a look at how things are playing out here. Northwestern has the lead right now. Feels like they've been on top since the walk with a send-off, but they haven't been able to pull away. They're up by 11 over Arkansas. We'll keep you updated as this one goes forward, as this could shake up the Big 12 race significantly.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The Cornhuskers ready to go back to work on offense. This is when the pressure can ramp up a little bit on an offense, David, when they start feeling the heat to answer a score.
And I think being down 14, you can kind of feel that way. But, dude, if you put a good drive together, this is a 7-point game, so Palmer, no need to panic.
I was just going to say, David, I mean, this thing can flip quick. You go down, score, all of a sudden your defense gets a stop, or who knows, better yet, gets a turnover. This game is entirely different.
They've got it at the 36. It's a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. Gets it to him on the screen. All the way out across the 45-yard line. Mark it out of bounds at the 46. That was just a perfectly choreographed screen. The line got out on time. The running back had a wall in front of it.
And I think the quarterback did a really good job of selling pass and then kind of dodging the pass rush, getting it to the running back, and then let him do the rest. You got him in space, he'll pick up yards in a hurry.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. They finally get him on the ground, but he's got an explosive play for the 1st down.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Quick release by the QB. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. Here comes 2nd down, and this crowd is turning it up a notch. Wants to throw it. Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. No matter the sport, he epitomized the UCLA mantra, be quick, don't hurry.
I mean, what a great job of being quick off the ball. Defensive lineman, you got to be quick off the ball if you want to be disruptive, get in the backfield, and get to the quarterback.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. Got his man. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the 1st down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
On 4th down, they'll pass for it. Hit as he throws. That ball never had a chance, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Well, great defense on that one. They were ready for pass. They forced the incompletion. They're coming off the field. That's a big win for this defense.
The UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. Nudges ahead for 1, out for the 16. The Bruins want to move quickly.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
Going over the top. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down. And now let's see if the offense can bail itself out after the 2nd down misfire. Looking to pass. It's Crosby. Pulls it in. It's held. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the 1st. So the offense is going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback keeper. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on down.
The defense, I think, was just more physical on that 4th down, guys. That was a design quarterback run, and they're calling that because they're trying to get extra blockers at the point of attack and get a numbers advantage, but just the defense fighting off the blocks, being where they're supposed to be.
Touchdown, Nebraska! Snagged in the end zone to give them 6.
Man, talk about playing complementary football. You get the sudden change, you get the turnover, and now you turn it into points immediately. Nice job by the defense forcing it, the offense taking advantage and putting points on the board.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's held. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. First play of this drive comes from the 14-yard line. He might want another play. wastes no time and comes out throwing. Quarterback on the move, still looking. And not much going on downfield. You just get rid of it and live to play another down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
So now it's 2nd and long. To throw, it's Crosby. Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Makes the grab on the big throw. And that one looked as if it might go all the way, but they picked up more than 40 yards before the touchdown-saving tackle. And that one is why offenses are hungry for big, big plays. They've got it 1st and 10, threatening inside the 30. Quarterback floating away from pressure. And he'll just get rid of that one.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket. Nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
2nd down, they'll go to the air. That's caught. It's Paul. He breaks a tackle.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm.
3rd and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
It's 4th down, and they can make the field goal from here, but it looks as if they're going to leave the offense out there. On the move. That'll be enough for a 1st down, and they've got it up the 16-yard line. And the Bruins will hustle to the line. Looking to pass inside the red zone. The throw to the outside is complete. They'll spot the ball at the 12 after that completion. Wants to go up top. Quick strike complete. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Tight quarters deep in the red zone, but they can pick up a 1st down without scoring. 3rd down. They'll try to move the chains on the ground. That defensive front just flat whipped them as they knock him down for a big loss.
Great play by the defense there, getting the tackle for loss. But on offense, your mindset has to be, we need to be the more physical team here in the 2nd half. We've got the lead, 3rd quarter. We want to run the ball.
Big man has it. It's a 1st down and more. Touchdown, Bruins! And they take it in for 6 more points. This dude is just slicing and dicing this defense into little tiny pieces.
Carving him up, completely comfortable, knows exactly what he's getting, had so much success today. You got to find a way to make these quarterbacks feel more uncomfortable.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. That ball scoots through the back of the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. To throw on 1st down. Going for it all. And it's incomplete. They were looking for the huge gain on 1st down.
Well, you can see the frustration on this guy's face. He's one of the best receivers in college football, and they knew coming into this game that he had to get touches, but you can't say enough about how good this defense has been defending him. They've always had an answer, whether it's single coverage, double coverage, man or zone. They have not let him go off, and that's a big reason why they're winning this game.
Fires to the tight end. There he goes. And he's got enough for a 1st down. Now to see if they have enough time to snap it again here in the 3rd. That's the end of the period, and it's UCLA in the lead. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. As we start the 4th quarter, it'll take a pretty sizable comeback to win this one. They'll go back to work with a 1st down in the final period. Looking to throw on 1st down. Pocket breaking down. And they took a shot on that one but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the fourth quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And good coverage by the defense, just a short game.
It's always interesting how people handle late game. Like, you know this game is over. There's not a lot to gain from it, but some people try to throw the ball deep and continue to make plays. They throw it short. The clock's running out, and there's not a lot to talk about that's going to be positive for this offense.
Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on third down. Rushes on him. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on third down.
And this is a tough time for this offense because you're in passing mode. You're in comeback mode, and what is that? The defense knows that. Like, they're pinning their ears back. They're coming after the quarterback, and you've already struggled protecting your guy today and creating those explosive plays. This offense is going to have to buckle up and really protect their guy up front.
On fourth down, they'll throw for it. Unloads to the right. Hauls it in easily enough for the first down. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. And the Huskers are marching down the field. From the red zone, it's Dalton. And he's forced out of bounds close to the goal line, and that shove saved a touchdown. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. This time the defense was ready, and they stop him in his tracks.
Well, this is very interesting because now down here in the red zone, you know it's not going to be easy throwing it because the windows are small. Can they run the ball against the best run defense in the entire nation? This is as big a challenge as you're going to find offensively.
They'll try to drive ahead on third and short. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cornhusker.
Well, I think the coaching staff and fans knew that this guy was going to play a big role in this offense this year, but I don't know if anyone expected him to have this kind of season statistically, guys. That's his 20th rushing touchdown on the season.
Now a two-point conversion attempt coming up. They'll try to pound their way in. Bounced off his feet.
Yeah, and the defense comes up with the stop, and you just wonder, the analytics world and all that stuff, that whatever the card says to do, you're supposed to do. I wonder if they were listening to that card.
He's able to grab the football, and the hands team gets the job done. UCLA will go back to work on offense. That last touchdown drive was surgical through the air, Jesse.
It sure was, and that's why this offense is so dangerous, David, because they can score in a hurry because of how efficient they are throwing the football.
And welcome to modern college football. That's what it is. Spread you out, find my playmakers, make quick decisions, and really put defenses in a difficult situation.
Finds some fresh air. Breaks into the open. Touchdown, UCLA! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing. They're now in really good shape to get back into the win column as they extend the lead here late. And the extra point splits the uprights, and the lead balloons to 15.
Huge play. It's so nice to have guys that can create these explosive plays like this. You hand it to him, he can do the rest. Look at the speed, look at the elusiveness, get into the end zone. Nice run.
And here comes the Nebraska offense back onto the field. This certainly hasn't been their best day, but there's no time for mistakes now. They have to execute if they want to snatch this thing from the fire. He's going to fire deep. And that'll be incomplete. Man, that would have been a big hitter on first down, but second down's coming up.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the fourth quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game, so they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense being in position to force the incompletion.
They'll go to work in the air on second down. Hauls it in. And they pick up just a few on that completion. The Cornhuskers want to pick up the tempo. And they fail to hook up on third down.
After that incompletion on third down, you're not quite in panic mode yet on offense, but the sense of urgency is really ratcheting up because you're down 2 possessions, not a lot of time left on the clock. You have got to find your best playmaker right here on fourth down. This could be the game. This is a play you absolutely have to make.
Converts on fourth down, and he's still going. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37.
Down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him. And he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that first down pass, and it never had a chance. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. Firing to the right, complete. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short. The Huskers really need to keep this drive alive on third down. Just keep slinging it. They're working that left side. They run him out of bounds. He gets it to the 47.
And obviously this offense wants to keep it up. Like, keep the pace going, get as many plays as possible, maybe eke one more out here before the 2-minute timeout.
And the Huskers are rolling down the field. Wants to go up top on first down. Throws for the tight end. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. It's great for this quarterback to take shots down the field, but you just don't want it to feel like a give-up or a chuck it up and hope kind of play.
And I think understanding the situation, now I'm on defense, right? If they're going to take shots down the field, maybe I'm a little bit more aggressive with my blitz, understanding that everything's going to take a little bit more time to develop if they're going to take those deep shots.
They'll go back to the air on second down. Throws to the tight end. Complete downfield. And they explode on that one, and they've got it down to the 22. The Cornhuskers will have it first and 10. Looking to throw on first down. Under fire. He'll try to do it himself. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line? Clock's running, and they'll try to get to the line warp speed for second down. Looking to fire. Pressure coming. He's got his man. And he'll go down, but he has enough for the first down. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. From the gun. Back's got it. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening. The Huskers want to crank the tempo. Second down, they'll go to the air. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Ball into the end zone, and it's intercepted. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, Well, man, we've seen explosive offensive firepower all game long, and here we are late in an obvious passing situation, trying to get this thing close. The big INT, finally the defense makes a play, and David, it looks like they've just closed the door on this one.
Well, and you know, Mr. Quarterback, defense wins championships. And how do you seal a game? The defense coming up with a big moment. Yes, obvious passing situation. You know they're going to throw it. The big INT, and that might seal their fate.
And they are looking for a ball play that'll work. Now facing second and long from the 19. To the air, it's Crosby. Here's the pressure. And the pressure gets him back at the 8-yard line. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. He uncorks a bullet to the right. And they wanted it all on third down, but now dealing with fourth down.
Oftentimes as a quarterback, when you have success early, you earn the right to take more shots. I think that's what you're seeing now in this game. We're here late. They're still throwing it deep because this quarterback's thrown 3 touchdown passes. He's proven to his coach that he can get it done and he can make the right decisions and not put his offense in harm's way. And that's why you're still seeing them throw it vertically downfield.
They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on fourth down. Going to throw it over the top of the deep. And it's intercepted, maybe breathing a little life into this team. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
I definitely am trying to be a little bit conservative. I can't be cautious, but I want to be a little bit conservative. Up 2 possessions. The clock is my friend. I got the football. The worst thing I can do is
fires deep toward the end zone. And that one's way too far for everybody. And that one's going to be incomplete. He was throwing for the touchdown, but just couldn't get the foot down in bounds. They're dealing with a second and long. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Finds his man down the middle. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down mark. Out of the shotgun on third down. Got the tight end outside. He's got enough. It'll be a first down. They've got it up to 12. To the air on first down. Lets it go to the end zone. And he wanted to get the score right there, but it falls incomplete.
Man, the offense, they can taste it. They're on the road in a hostile environment in a 2-minute situation. They're trying to rip this game away from the home team. They take a shot into the end zone, being aggressive. I love the play call, but it falls incomplete.
Working that left side now. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the first down. Still firing away as they'll go down swinging. Touchdown, Husker! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And this is always an interesting spot for me now because you're going to have to go for 2 regardless. I don't know if it's now or if it's later when you score, but at some point you're going to have to pull the trigger. So that's a you decision, but nice job by this offense getting the touchdown now to give yourself that opportunity to have a choice.
How about this? A 2-point conversion coming. He makes the grab for the 2-point conversion, and now they're down by a single possession late. Not all close games are created equal, but this one, man, what a ride. A matchup between a couple of ranked teams, and certainly it was a memorable one.
No